So I was doing some social media stuff on the side, doing like sponsored posts and that whole thing, and making a bit of coin there. But I started working for this, like I guess you'd say, small to medium sized business,
Mm-hmm.
doing education and things like that. And I was working in there, and they were doing with a marketing agency, and they were doing like weekly calls, and for me, like I had experience doing social media, and I'd done reels, I've done the 100,000 views and the millions of reach and all that kind of stuff in 3 or 4 months space and time. And I was in this meeting with this marketing team because I was doing the sales and marketing for the business, the
Mm.
more in-house stuff. And I'm sitting there, and this marketing team is like, "Oh yeah, we need to do more like we need to change the SEO. We need to add I forget what it was at the time, like Google My Business,
Yeah.
add keywords where it was. I forget what the terminology was, but they just kept talking about SEO and like all these things, and I'm sitting there like, have you guys thought about helping the person who owns this business, who has a very reputable name, generally speaking, in the industry,
Yeah.
is a PhD in education? Have you thought about building this person a personal brand, like doing content for them and growing their personal brand and doing more social media content? And I'm like, are you guys doing any social media content? Like, oh no, we're just doing like Google Ads. We tried the social media stuff, doesn't work. I'm sitting there, I'm like, holy crap. I'm like, so then I say to the person who runs the business I was working closely with,
Yeah.
you don't need these guys. Like, get them to do your SEO stuff. Like, I don't know anything about that, but let me just do your content for you. I'll just start doing the video editing and all that kind of stuff because I was doing it myself at that time.
Yeah.
And so that's how the idea of this, what I'm doing now, which is helping people. And again, the whole niche thing, I've changed back and forth and changed here and there. I've made all the silly mistakes of like generalizing and doing websites, doing this, which I've learned very clearly now it's the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
But that all came from seeing a need from the person I was working with in their business
Mm.
and realizing I can do this for you.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't sign them as a client, but I signed multiple other people based on that model of
Mm.
like so many businesses out there. They don't, and it's shocking, right? You can probably speak to this as well.
Yeah.
It's so shocking how there's so much space and so much money out there for people to spend on their business. How they don't know, like a lot of older generations as well don't understand this whole social media thing. There's this huge gap for
The big
business there.
Yeah, look, the big thing that I see is social media gets such a terrible rap, and and for some reason I don't understand why, but for some reason it is so forefront with people. Maybe because it's tech and it's scary in itself. But people, this is something else that you learn when you study coaching, right? We are hardwired to look at the negative. Yeah. So
Negative bias.
yeah. So if you and what you focus on is what you get. So if you keep telling yourself, I suck at social media isn't going to work, then it is going to suck. It's not going to work. You're not going to learn how to use it. Yeah. Whereas, you and I have learned social media by going, hey, look, this thing is kind of cool. Let's just check it out. And it's just really interesting the things that people tell themselves. Like I've had clients turn around and go, oh, I don't want to work on social media because I saw this news article and there's lots of kids getting bullied on social media at the moment. So I'm not going to use Facebook because kids are getting bullied on social media. And it's like, well, great. So are you not going to send your kids to school because kids get bullied at school? Like, it's just this weird phenomenon where, well, it's not a phenomenon. I mean, we're hardwired to do it, but you see something as bad, your brain wants to prove to you that this is bad. So you look for whatever you can to affirm that belief. That just pushes you away from opportunity, to be completely honest.
Yeah, and to tie into that as well, it's not like social media is such a big thing. It's like saying like, oh, Google doesn't work. It's like, what part of Google? What are you talking about? Like, you're talking
Mm.
about the YouTube search function. You're talking about SEO. You're talking about ranking. Are you talking about what are you talking about? Like, it's just so broad to say the whole thing doesn't work or the whole thing does this or that. And again, speaking to the niche, and it's like what works for me and what works for my specific clients, and where can I find them? Where do they live? What
Yeah.
approach do I take? How do I message them? Right? Like I get so many. I mean, you probably get it as well. I get so many LinkedIn messages every single day with like stock messages. Hi, are you looking to do stuff for your social media? I'm like, that's my business. So what are you talking about?
Look, it's one of the things that killed LinkedIn, and
I know.
it's one of the things that drives me absolutely bonkers every single day because there are right ways to engage with people and wrong ways. And it's the same thing. I mean, like it's no different to receiving junk email in your letterbox, right? It's no different to a sales guy, someone that, now that obviously this is dead, they're all on social media, but like door-to-door sales, right? Same thing. Like there is nothing worse than being approached by somebody who is obviously selling you something from the get-go and they have no idea who you are, what you do, what you need. And this is one of the key things that we teach in Level Up. Like, the people that are posting these 500 word, hey, are you looking for an appointment setter? Or, are you, do you feel you need some email copy done for you right now? And they don't even look at your business. They're teaching you what not to do. The real key to success in sales and marketing is breaking through that noise and building the rapport and trust so that you can get there. A really great example, I have just hired another appointment setter, right? So I've got a sales team. And appointment setting has been one of the biggest issues that we've had in our business. So for those that don't understand what I'm talking about, someone going into conversations, DMs, chatting to people, getting them to book a call to talk about what we offer. Cool. And the agency that I hired to recruit this person was like, okay, cool. So we find the best way for people to work on getting you leads through appointment setting is to have them use your profile. And they were sending me examples of videos and stuff they wanted me to create, like pretending, hey, it really is me. But like, right. So they could get these videos sent out to people. And I was like, nah, this doesn't work for me. Like, I don't want to have someone pretending to be me. I want them to actually be a part of my team. So we set up a whole strategy where they still use my profile because that's obviously where the engagement is. It's where people are following me. It's where they want to hang out. But the chick that's doing it literally just jumps on and goes, hey, Luke, it's Jim. It's Anna from Jim's team. Yeah.
Simple.
So it builds the trust. They're like, okay, cool. I'm not talking to Jim. This person isn't pretending to be this guy. Because, when it used to happen, even when I used to chat, like I'd have people turn around and go, dude, if you're so successful, why are you talking to me at 6 o'clock at night? You know what I mean? Like people just, it doesn't correlate. And it's worked really well because they go, oh, cool. It's, Jim, one of Jim's team members. She's in his profile. She's just here to help out, have a chat, learn what I do. And yeah, cool. You know what? I am kind of interested to talk about building my business. So they book a call. So I think staying true and integral to yourself on social media is incredibly important, despite what people tell you to do.